Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. We are taking a look at some of the updated future odds around the NFL right now here at SBR Forum. Now that the draft is over and the OTAs are starting, teams are starting to shape up to what they're going to look like once September rolls around. And some of these updated future odds actually have a lot of value, and a team we're taking a look at now could be in that category, with the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC West coming in at only 6-1 to win the Super Bowl this season. At plus 600 are the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, they had to watch as their arch rival, the Seattle Seahawks, won the Super Bowl last season. They've done almost everything in their power within the cap range that they had this offseason to try to improve this football team. They re-signed Anquan Boldin, and despite the fact that they did lose a couple of starters on defense, Carlos Rogers and Dante Whitner, they look to have filled those holes well with Antoine Bethea and Chris Cook. They also drafted Jimmy Ward with their first-round picks. So the secondary looks like it's going to be fine after losing two starters, but they had a really great draft altogether. Speaking of, they had 9 picks in the first 5 rounds, and at 6-1 their Super Bowl price, not that bad of a value potentially heading out this season, assuming that the Seattle Seahawks, with all the starters that they lost from their Super Bowl team, is a little bit worse, not quite a 13-win football team. Maybe the Seattle Seahawks only finish with 10 or 11 wins. That could be enough for the 49ers to pole vault them in the division and be a much better Super Bowl value here that we're having in this offseason at 6-1. NFC value still, I think, just the same at 3-1. Still a very good value there as well. Like I said, the draft was very good to them. They also added 3 other corners in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round to go along with that secondary, so I'm not really worried about that. If they can stay healthy, which is a big key factor for them, especially with the way they play and the way Colin Kaepernick plays as well, I think 2014 could be a very good year for the 49ers, and maybe watching Seattle win the Super Bowl was enough motivation to get them over the hump this year under Jim Harbaugh. Now, if indeed the 49ers secondary is indeed a top 10 unit once again this season, I think the 49ers at their NFC West price of plus 130 are also a very good value to possibly usurp the Seattle Seahawks as division champions. I think the 49ers are at least an 11 or 12 win football team this season with the way they're currently constructed. If their offense can stay healthy, if they can stay healthy on both sides of the ball, speaking of, it's really going to be, I think, their show in 2014. But that'll do it for this one. This time, take a look at all the other 31 future odds updates that I have on the other teams in the NFL. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.